Sometimes it feels like the universe has gone quiet. The signs stop showing up. The momentum fades. The people, the plans, the opportunities, they all seem to drift away, leaving you standing in stillness, wondering if you've been forgotten. But what if this silence isn't absence? What if this isn't punishment? What if the universe is not ignoring you at all, but rearranging everything so it can finally deliver what you asked for? Abraham Hicks calls it the cooperative components assembling. Neville Goddard called it the bridge of incidents. Different teachers, same message. Once you align your vibration, reality begins to rearrange itself to reflect that new frequency. It's not that you've been forgotten. It's that everything that no longer matches the vibration of your desire must shift, move, or fall away. You asked for expansion. You asked for peace. You asked for abundance. But the universe doesn't give those things in one single gift box. It moves through your life like a gentle but powerful tide, clearing space for what you've asked for to fit. The job you lost, the friend who disappeared, the plan that fell through, all of it is part of that rearrangement. Abraham says when something doesn't go right, it's the universe saying, there's something even better lined up. Don't fight the current, flow with it, and Neville said. Events unfold in a bridge of incidents to bring your assumption into reality. Leave the how to the unseen wisdom. Every time something falls apart, your human mind panics, but your higher self smiles because it knows what's really happening. The vibration you're holding has already summoned a new sequence of events, people, and ideas. You can't see the full pattern yet, but it's there, moving under the surface, piece by piece. This is why Abraham says, you never get it wrong, and you never get it done. The universe isn't finished. It's organizing. You're not being delayed. You're being positioned. You're not waiting on blessings. The blessings are waiting on alignment. The universe doesn't forget. It rearranges. It reroutes. It calibrates. Takes your request, the energy of your new belief, and begins moving mountains and minds to make it possible. That's why everything seems to shift right after you set a clear intention. It's not resistance. It's movement. But because humans can't yet see the quantum threads weaving in the background, it feels like emptiness. The truth is, manifestation isn't magic. It's orchestration. When you ask, believe, and align, the signal is sent. From that moment forward, your vibration becomes the architect of your experience. The universe starts closing doors that no longer lead where you're going. It redirects conversations, reroutes money, and dissolves relationships that can't hold the frequency of your next level. That's not rejection. That's realignment. Neville said, a change of circumstance happens as if by accident. But it's the result of your changed assumption. That's the bridge of incidents. It's the invisible choreography of your own consciousness. When you decide something new, creation begins to move. But before the new can take form, the old must move aside. So when things crumble, when the silence stretches on, when the phone stops ringing, don't collapse into doubt. Sit back, breathe, and remember, everything you asked for is still on its way, but the universe is editing the path to make it better. It's pruning, it's perfecting. It's making sure the next thing you step into doesn't require you to shrink. Abraham says, your only work is to stay in alignment long enough for the cooperative components to gather. That's it. Your alignment is your job. It's the rearranging is the universe's. If you could see what's really happening behind the curtain, you'd never panic again. You'd see energy streams connecting dots across time. You'd see conversations lining up between people you haven't met yet. You'd see ideas forming in someone else's mind that will one day be your miracle. You'd see opportunities being built in the invisible that your future self is already walking into. The universe is not ignoring you. It's building a bridge for you. And the moment you stop doubting the silence, the bridge appears. Imagine you planted a seed, and every day you dug it up to check if it was growing. You'd only interrupt the process. It's the same thing happens with energy. Every time you doubt, every time you force, you uproot what's trying to bloom. But when you trust, when you relax, when you allow, the roots grow deep, and then suddenly it sprouts. Neville said, you must persist in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled until that which you feel becomes your world. And Abraham adds, if you're not seeing it yet, it's because you're not a vibrational match yet. It's already done. Between those two truths lies the most beautiful message. It's not over. It's unfolding. You haven't been denied. You've been directed. You haven't lost momentum. You've entered gestation. You're not forgotten. You're being prepared for what you asked for, and preparation often looks like stillness. The law of attraction doesn't stop when you rest. In fact, rest is when the rearranging happens fastest. When your mind stops projecting worry, your vibration becomes clean. When your energy clears, resistance dissolves. And when resistance dissolves, everything rushes in. Abraham often says, "The moment you stop trying to make it happen, it happens." And Neville echoed the same. You do not make it true by your effort of will, but by the assumption of feeling. You're not meant to wrestle your manifestations into being. You're meant to remember they already exist. So when the universe goes quiet, that's your cue to get still. That's when your vibration stabilizes and creation begins to anchor. Don't confuse silence for absence. Don't confuse calm for neglect. The universe doesn't work on your schedule. It works on your frequency. And your frequency always brings you what matches it. Always. So if things seem to fall apart, smile a little, because it means something in your life no longer matches the frequency of where you're going. It's clearing space. It's proof that your vibration has evolved. When you can finally see loss as alignment, endings become sacred. When you can see delay as protection, time becomes your ally. You'll look back one day and realize that every unanswered prayer was actually being answered in a higher language, one you couldn't yet understand. The universe never forgets. The moment you ask, it's remembered. It's not figuring out if you're worthy. It's calibrating everything that must align for your desire to meet you. It's the same reason Abraham says everything you want is already done vibrationally, and Neville said, creation is finished. You simply step into the state of the wish fulfilled. Both were pointing to the same timeless truth. Your desire already exists. You're not creating it, you're aligning with it. That's why the universe seems so slow. It's not slow, it's specific. It's making sure that what arrives won't collapse under old patterns. It's protecting your peace while building your promise. So stop worrying if it's coming. Start preparing for when it does. Live like it's already done, because it is. Abraham says if you're waiting to feel better until it manifests, you're doing it backwards. Feel better now, that's what brings it in. That's the whole secret. You don't feel good because it arrives. It arrives because you feel good. Neville said, feeling is the secret. When you combine those two truths, you realize you were never forgotten. You were just learning to hold the frequency of having. So today, take a breath. Stop chasing signs. Stop trying to interpret every delay. Trust that the silence is not a void, it's the rearranging. You're in the middle of the miracle, not before it. The seed is growing roots, not failing to sprout. And when the first leaf appears, you'll look back and realize that this season, this quiet, confusing, invisible space, was the most important part. It was where your energy changed. It was where your faith deepened. It was where the universe gathered every missing piece. You are not behind. You are in perfect timing. You are not forgotten. You are being fine-tuned. Because the truth is, the universe doesn't test you. It trains you. It prepares you for what you've asked for, so you can hold it when it comes. The longer the silence, the greater the stability when it arrives. And one day, when it does, you'll smile because you'll remember this message. You'll know that nothing was wasted. Every delay was sacred choreography. Every silence was divine editing. Every loss was a higher realignment. You were never forgotten. You were being rearranged. And everything that belongs to your new vibration, the opportunities, the people, the love, the money, the peace, they're already on their way to meet you. They've been in motion since the moment you asked. The universe never forgets. It only organizes. And one morning soon, you'll wake up and see what was invisible all along, that everything that once felt delayed was simply being delivered right on time. The universe hasn't forgotten you. It's rearranging everything to match the frequency of the person you've become.